Alright. Today is the day we review Replay Signature Red Dragon once and for all. I have never seen a review on this on YouTube. I've seen a couple of videos on it, but I've never seen a full-on review, which is weird because this is a hidden gem in the fragrance world to me. Even on Fragrantica, there is barely any people showing interest in this. I mean, if I look in Fragrantica right now, I could see that there's literally only 30 votes for this fragrance. There is no freaking any kind of traction on this fragrance. I want to be the guy who gives light to this fragrance because this deserves some light. Replay Signature Red Dragon deserves some interest. This fragrance is kind of elusive. In Australia, I can only really find it at Priceline Pharmacy. Everywhere else, I can never really find it. It's so weird. You can only find it at Priceline, and you can get it for like 60 bucks, which to me is kind of overpriced for 60 bucks. I can kind of see this being a $40 fragrance at max. My friend Ben, he even said that when he first saw this, especially the bottle, he was like, oh, that's probably 20 bucks, right? I was like, nah, it's 60 bucks. On special, you can get it for like 50, I believe, but pretty expensive. Now, the brand of Replay, their fragrance game is kind of non-existent in the fragrance world. Nobody really knows who they are. Nobody really pays attention, which is kind of sad because they have some good fragrances. Now, Replay Signature Red Dragon, to me, is one of the fragrances that really sticks true to its theme. Because a lot of fragrances, like, for example, let me get this one. Curious Body. What does this smell like based on the presentation? You tell me. What do you think it's going to smell like? You can't really tell because it's, it doesn't really have a theme to it. There's not too much branding behind it. But this one, Replay Signature Red Dragon, what is this gonna smell like to you? What do you think? To me, when I first saw it, I was like, that's gotta smell oriental. And by oriental, I don't mean like oriental notes like cinnamon, tobacco. I'm talking about like an Asian smell. Now that's weird to say, an Asian smell. What do I mean by that? If you've ever smelled Asian products like, green tea, Asian tea, incense, Chinese restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, not the smell of the food, but the smell of just the aroma of the spices. This has a very Asian smell to it. It's like you walked into a Japanese or Chinese hotel and this was in the aroma of the vicinity. So what does it smell like? Gillian, stop blabbering and tell us what it smells like. I will. Alright, let's get to it. So, Replay Signature Red Dragon. Let me show you the opening. Well, let me tell you the opening. And let me spray it. It's got a pretty good sprayer. Check this out. Very fine sprayer. But yes, this opens up with a two-tone accord. I would like to say this. Now, you get a fresh blast of these green fruit, well, not fruits, these green aromas such as green tea, vetiver, and geranium. And within the midst of this, you have this strange spice to it. It's not really spicy, it's just a bite, it's just a spice. You got black pepper and you got pink pepper, pink pepper gives it a rosy nuance, and black pepper gives it a kind of like a bite. Not really too spicy, but a bite. And this combined with this, especially that green tea and the geranium, it really works well together. It's really nice. And the vetiver, I don't really get the most amount of vetiver. For me, the vetiver is kind of like a dry, rooty smell within all this. For me, it's all about the green tea, the geranium, and the pink pepper and black pepper. Those mix so well together. They're perfect. Now this makes for a refreshing opening with a very green touch to it. It's a very nice, just super refreshing, super refined, super masculine, I would say. Because of that black pepper and the pink pepper, it gives it this bite. It gives it this, it's strange. I want to spray the opening again. This is kind of dried down now. Yes, it's a green, fresh green tea opening with a touch of geranium for a bit of floral, pink pepper to give it that sweet rosy nuance with a warm touch, and black pepper to give it some bite. Now, the dry down isn't that different from the opening, except you lose a lot of that freshness. It's very linear. You lose a lot of that freshness, but in return, in exchange, you get a lot of vetiver. I would say there's a good dose of vetiver in the dry down, and you get some white woods. Now, white wood is basically It's just a very light, woody smell. It doesn't really have a very distinct smell. So yes, that is the dry down, basically the same as the opening, and it has just a little bit more vetiver. So I would say a pretty linear scent, pretty basic scent. But the thing is, the theme of the whole fragrance with the smell, it does have a very Asian theme to it, the smell. Especially the green tea and geranium mixing in with the black pepper. It just makes for this, it's nice. I really like the opening. The dry down it's okay. For me, I really like the openings of fragrances. The dry downs are just whatever. Except for Club in Your Wheat. Club in Your Wheat's dry down is perfect. Prefer it over the opening. But yes, the way this sticks to the theme of being like Red Dragon, I know first glance you would think that, you know, Replay Signature Red Dragon, this is something that would be kind of fiery, kind of leathery, kind of spicy, which I agree. At first glance, it does look like something that would be spicy. But I also think that could be another fragrance. You could have Replay Signature Red Dragon Intense. I'm not too sure. But yeah, basically the overall just DNA of this fragrance, I wouldn't say it's been done before. There's not too much fragrances out there that have a refreshing green tea oriental vibe to it. Although you do have green tea fragrances like Silver Mountain Water, but that's more focusing on the more muskier, fruitier elements of things and more cold. This one has this mixture of just this fiery, slightly fiery aspect from the pink pepper and black pepper mixed in with that refreshing accord. It's really good. But yeah, I would say this would be a very good everyday scent. It doesn't really have the most formal appeal because it's lacking a bit of sophistication that you get from formal fragrances. I would say this could easily be a signature scent. Not because it has Replay Signature in the title. I'm just saying because when you choose a signature scent, you usually choose something that encapsulates your personality and just your overall mood, right? So I would say anyone can have any scent as a signature scent. I'm not saying that there's a specific genre, but in terms of just overall the stereotype for a signature scent, this is a signature scent. It's very unique, especially if your personality revolves a lot around oriental themes. I'm not saying this is for Asians, all right? I'm just saying this is for people who like that oriental vibe and you kind of want to amplify it in your life. I would say go for this. This just reminds me of this. It just reminds me of a very relaxing kind of, you're just sitting down under a cherry blossom tree and drinking green tea. That is the stereotype I have for this fragrance. But again, all due respect, yes. Now the bottle design, I didn't talk about the bottle design, did I? Bottle design is okay. It's a nice painted glass with this, you know, got some texturing there. The cap clicks into place really nice. The atomizer is really good, as you saw. But you can also control the sprays. You can do half sprays like that. Nice. But yeah, so that's that. Man, the opening. Nice and fresh, dude. Yes, that is my take on Replay Signature Red Dragon. I hope you guys give this a try. I know it's kind of rare, but if you find it, give it a try. It's worth it. If you don't like it, give it to a friend. It's like $60. Don't worry. You're not spending like $400 on a freaking Creed fragrance. But yeah. Now, as for longevity and performance, this lasts a pretty long time. I'd say it's about on par with Boss Bold Night. Boss Bold Night being a little bit more longer lasting. And yeah, so the projection isn't as good. Let me turn off AF lock. Dang. The projection isn't as good as with Boss Bold Night or most other fragrances, but the longevity is pretty decent. This lasts a pretty long time because it does have some heavy notes. You know, you get pink pepper and there's cardamom in this, but I don't detect cardamom at all. Like, I do not detect cardamom, so I thought I'd just say that. I didn't say there was cardamom because I just don't smell it. But yeah, so longevity is good. Lasts about half the day, so 6 hours. But after the first hour or second, it's a skin scent. And yeah, that's just the thing. That's the thing with fragrances these days. They just don't have the capacity to last longer than 6 hours of projection. It sucks, but you know, that is what it is. So yes, hope you guys find value in this review. If you like, please leave a like on the video. It's basically donating free money to YouTubers. Well, basically what that means is you help us with the algorithm, helps us get up there and help more people discover fragrances like this. So thank you so much for watching. And if you like knives, I'm a knife maker. I make some pretty decent knives. Here's some pictures of them. And yeah, if you like knives, check it out. And yeah, I think I say yeah and too much at the end of my videos. I should work on that. But yeah, almost said it. Dang it, man. Stop saying that. I'm not even gonna say bye. I'm just gonna end it here.